Okay, page 8, chapter 4, section 5. We're talking about using congruent angles. The great thing about this section, like I said before when we were writing in our planners, is it's a review. So it's stuff we've already gone over, but then there's one new thing I have to teach you. Guys, have you noticed my personality? I like to be nice to myself. I like to simplify. So we can simplify this. It's like this really long, wordy thing, but I'll show you what I do, and hopefully it helps you remember it all. Okay, this very first proof, if you look in your notebooks, hardly any room. Did you notice? Because they've got a paragraph proof started for you. So turn your notebook sideways. Can you sneak a proof in the margin right there? Okay, here we go. Feel free to keep looking at the board because I know that now your pictures are wonky. There's a lot going on in this picture. So here we go. Let's just put our markings. Well, you can watch the board. So SD, they're saying this entire line is congruent to this entire line. Okay, so red's congruent to red. They're also saying that this part right here, CS, is congruent to that part. Okay, and we're trying to prove that this angle is congruent to this angle. Guess what? You can get to that in our 4-step proofs that we've been practicing, and then let's add a 5th step. This is the new thing today. So we're going to do the 4 steps like we've been doing for this, and then we'll add in a 5th step. Okay, I want to make sure you know where we're going because these two triangles overlap, so let me color on them. So we're talking about triangle TDS, this triangle, and we're going to first prove that it's congruent to this triangle. Okay, well we have a red side and a red side, a green side and a green side. We need a third thing. Do you see what both that blue triangle and the orange triangle are sharing? Callie, what did you notice?
They have vertical angles at K.
Vertical angles at K, not really, because look, this whole thing is the triangle. So you don't want to split that angle K right there. Angle K is like right here and right here, so it's that top link triangle. It's a good thing, they do share K. But there's literally like something they're both using as part of the triangle. Alex, do you see it? SKT. Same thing that Callie was saying. SKT is like splitting up the triangle right there. We want the whole blue triangle. Oh, you seen it? These are great things you're noticing though. Christian, what do you think? ST. I agree with that one. That might be the easiest one to use. Look, do you agree they're both using this side? That's the bottom part of both triangles. Do you see that? So let's use this as our third side. Now that I've colored all over it. Okay, so we're going to use this. This is our third. Now this one is weird. It's this entire line and this entire line. So guys, what's our plan for our proof? There you go. You ready to start writing? So let's get our statements and our reasons. Let's start with the first 4 and we'll add in the 5th. I'll teach you the new thing for today. 1, 2, 3, 4, add in a 5th. Our plan, like you mentioned, let's use side, side, side. Because does it matter what order you put the sides in? Absolutely not. Okay, go for it. So I'm going to be nice to myself. I'm going to come up to the given, and I'm just going to copy those two things down. So I'm going to put SD is congruent to TC. Also, CS is congruent to DT. And then both of those literally were given to us. Okay. Thanks for sneaking it in the margin. Okay, third side, what are we going to put for our statement? Can I get a hand in the air? Ellie, what would you do?
ST equals ST.
Perfect. Perfect. She said ST is congruent to ST because of reflexive. Good job, Ellie. Reflexive property. Okay, up into the plan for the proof, it says show that triangle TDS is congruent to triangle SCT. Guys, have we done that in our 3 steps? Yeah, we've done that. So let's make that our 4th. So just copy this part right here. So we've got triangle TDS is congruent to triangle SCT. Again, this is a review. We've been doing this for the last couple of sections. What's our reason on that one? How come? There you go. SSF, side, side, side congruence. Okay, so you've got to go through what we've been practicing, and now you can add in the 5th step. The whole point of this proof was this. So this part should come down here. So let's copy it. So angle SCT is congruent to angle TDS. Okay, why can we say that? Okay, step 4, reason 4, we're saying you've got this triangle, now you can match the pieces. This angle matches this angle, this side matches this side. You've said the triangles are congruent, so do you agree that every single thing should have a match? They're congruent, they're the same measurement. So it's just saying take a piece of that triangle and you can say they're congruent. Here's the new thing, are you ready? I call it CPCTC because I hate writing it out. I'm lazy like that. CPCTC stands for corresponding parts of congruent triangles are congruent. Are you okay with not writing out all of that? I just put, for my reason, CPCTC. Again, that means corresponding parts of congruent triangles are congruent. Just simplified, real life language, that just means you can match up the pieces of the triangle. Whew, that's it. That's our new thing for today, so watch for it. Okay, next one, flip your notebooks. We actually have room in our notebooks for the next one. We're at the bottom of the page. The page looks like this. We're at the bottom of page 85. Okay, bottom of page 85. We've got this picture. They've got the notations on there for us. We need one more. Hand in the air. What's the thing that's in there? They both are using it. And what is it? Perfect. Right here. Add your little symbol. So now that we have that one, guys, what's our plan for this part? Perfect. Go for it. Get ahead of me. Just add in a 5th step. We can do that one together, okay? Make your plan for your 4-step proof and then add in a 5th. So you've got your statements and your reasons. Just like we've been practicing our 4 steps, and we'll just add in a 5th. Making a plan, angle side angle. I like to use exactly what was in the given. So just look at it and copy it. Okay. Guys, what are you doing on the S part? What are you doing for the side?
Putting the second.
Perfect. Be more specific, Colton. What are you doing exactly?
Putting the YX.
YX, but I need something else. Do you know what else? There you go. Finish it. Just do YX equals YX.
Oh.
Because they both share it. So you're saying YX from one triangle,
Oh,
YX from the other triangle. But Colton, do you remember the reason why we can do that?
Because of the reflexive property.
There you go. Reflexive property. Good job. Okay. So now we have just proven those 2 triangles are congruent. So triangle WXY is congruent to triangle ZYX. Because I just used the exact same order I did on my 3rd step. So I can be nice to myself again. Our reason, we just used angle side angle, congruence. How many of you got at least that far? Did you get those 4 steps at least that much? Okay, here comes that new thing from today. So new thing from today is saying, go back, look at what we were supposed to prove. We were supposed to prove this piece is congruent to that piece, so stick that right here. So WX is congruent to ZY. Okay, check it. Look at number 4 statement. My congruent statement, is this in the right order? Look, WX was first and last. ZY first and last. We're good, right? Okay, do you remember what to put for number 5? How come we can say these triangles are congruent? Now you can match the pieces. There you go. It's hard fun to say. Hopefully I'll remember it. CPCTC. Corresponding parts of congruent triangles are congruent. Whew. How many of you got that? Did you get that with the 5th step? Good job. Remember, just one new thing for today. Okay, let's go to the next part. I think I skipped around in your notes. So, this one. Here we go. So, with our proof, we might be able to handle in 5 steps, but technically there's a lot of triangles going on in the picture. Do you agree with me? I would say 4 at first, and then it's like one of those trick questions where you look closer and there's more than 4 triangles. Do you agree with me? Okay, so let's use this proof. It's kind of nice when they set it up for us because we can use like the clues. So here we go. Looks like number 1, they gave exactly what's in the picture. Check, check, given. Alright, number 2, they're saying reflexive property. Guys, let me give you another hint with colors on the board. They're talking about this purple triangle and this red triangle. What do the purple and the red have in common?
J.
F what? FM, there you go. They're both using side FM. Let's put it right here because it's reflexive property. So let's say FM is congruent to FM. Okay, let me erase the triangle, show you what we just, so you're saying that this piece is congruent to that piece. Well, now they're saying take those little baby triangles at the top, they're now equal to each other. Why? There you go, good job, side angle side. So by side angle side, we can show that those two top triangles are congruent. Okay, well, after that reasoning, how come you can now say GM is congruent to MH? How come you can say the bottom of this triangle is congruent to the bottom of this triangle? There you go, CPCTC. We can now say, now we know those triangles are congruent. CPCTC, we can break up the pieces and say they're congruent. Corresponding parts are congruent, triangles are congruent. Okay. So hopefully you'll see something. So now we have this is congruent to this. Okay, our hint on number 5, reason, right angles are congruent. We'll find your right angles in the picture. You know what? We can name them, or you can just pull it off from right here. So let's put angle GMJ is congruent to angle HMJ. Those are the right angles in the picture. Oh, number 6. Guys, just look at it. You don't even have to look at the picture. MJ is congruent to MJY. What's that?
Reflexive.
There you go. Reflexive property. Okay, but I am going to add the symbols to the picture, and hopefully that'll help you see something. Okay, now, those bottom 2 triangles. How come you can say this one's congruent to this one? There you go. Good job, guys. I'm really impressed. That's side angle side. Side angle side congruent. So it's like we put 2 proofs into 1 proof. Okay, number 8, if you want to see it right now, there it is. Number 8, corresponding parts of congruent triangles are congruent. I'm just lazy and I don't feel like writing it. Okay, but why? The blank spot for the statement, be nice to yourself. Guys, it was always written right here for you. Tells you what to prove. So take that, put it right there. So now we can break it into pieces. Angle GJM is congruent to angle HJM. Okay, put your heads down, cover your eyeballs. Put your heads down, cover your eyeballs. Admit it, how many of you I pretty much followed that proof? Let me see. For the most part, I pretty much followed it. Hands down. How many of you lost me in the proof? Hands down. How many of you absolutely no understanding of this proof? Okay, heads up. Thank you. Good data for me. Anybody still getting this down? Question, Tyler.
So why do you do like 1 through 4? Because you're only trying to prove that GJM is congruent to H.
That's a great question. Let me repeat it into the mic. So, Tyler's question was, why do we do 1 through 4 if we're trying to only get to number 8? What happens, Tyler, in this problem is that you have to get this part. These 2 are congruent before you can get to 5, 6, 7, 8. To get to those 2 are congruent, you need 1, 2, 3, 4. You need to prove those top 2 are congruent first, CPCTC, and so forth. Great question. Oh man, maybe let's just do 1 more. Yeah, let's just, okay, here we go. So much going on in this picture. Alright, so it's a construction. It's saying that GHJ probably bisects. This HK bisects, so angle 1, angle 2. We're not positive, that's what we're going to try to prove. However, let's see what they give us. They say, show that angle 1 is congruent to angle 2. So we're trying to prove that. This is definitely set. Let's put the markings in. HG is congruent to HJ, where is that? So this part congruent to that part. Oh, and are you confused? Do you know where your triangles are? This is the triangle right here, emphasize in black. The other triangle's right here. Okay, what else do we know? GK congruent to JK. GK, JK. Okay, let's start our proof with that part. Just right here, I'm going to copy this and put it right there. So HG congruent to HJ given. GK congruent to JK given. Well, in the filled out proof, half filled out, HK equals HK, guys, what property is that one? Reflexive. It's the same thing, so that's reflexive property. I'm going to go back to the picture and add in those symbols. I don't think you can see something. So, 1, 2, 3. Okay. Now look at those two pictures. Guys, how come we can say triangle HGK is congruent to triangle, what is it? HJK. Side, side, side. Congruent. Okay, now we know those triangles are congruent. We can break it into pieces. Well, the whole point was to do these two angles are congruent. So let's do that. So angle 1 is now congruent to angle 2, definitely, because of CPCTC. Corresponding parts of congruent triangles are congruent. Okay, this last one, number 6, this is a little bit rough. You've got to read the first part. It says the construction shows angle GHJ bisected HK. Write a proof to verify that this really is the construction of it. So what this proof is saying, what it's asking you to do is this. Here's your reason. So we really did prove that HK bisects angle GHJ. Do you remember what bisects means?
Cuts the angle in half.
Perfect, Colton. Cuts it in half. So it's cutting this big angle right into two equal in purple. This angle is now cut into two equal spots. This one and this one. Okay, definition of, somebody want to try this? What is, yes, I heard it, bisector. Be more specific. Wow, I'm impressed. Angle bisector would be fantastic because there's a segment bisector too. Good job. Good job. Okay, let's call it.